Good evening, my crowds, my great, wonderful watchers. Chef Jane here again. I am just so excited to present myself and to be with you in another cooking session. All right, so tonight we're gonna concentrate on tailgate parties. You know, guys, it's football season and we're all revved up and excited about the games and the scores and the entertainment part of it. And wow, what a great way to entertain when you have a couple of super great appetizers that everyone's gonna love and enjoy. Kick back, relax, simple making, and just groove right into just being together, hanging out, and having a great time. The first thing I want to show you, I'm going to make 3 great appetizers tonight. First thing I'm going to show you is a little bit of the prep of my first one. They're meatballs. They're great, hearty. You can make a meal out of them. Fresh ground chuck mixed with sirloin, and I mixed it with panko crumbs, a little Worcestershire sauce. I made them Asian this time, guys, so it's really an unusual kick-me-up. Green onions and chopped up water chestnuts. So I have the chopped up water chestnuts here. I want to show you the fine grade of how I diced them here and add them in there.
Where's Sous Chef Jason tonight?
Oh my golly. Hey guys, my assistant chef Jason.
Did he have too much kava last night?
Wow, my assistant Jason. I have to wear his hat on top of it for him, with me. He's with me wholeheartedly. Mr. Jason is at work tonight, so he's not going to be involved, but I want to tell you, I count on him so much, and I miss him, but he'll join us next time. He's at work, and last night he did a fabulous show. He had his own thing, and I was really privy to the wonderful times with his great friends and his great entourage of people that came to visit him. So, but you got me alone tonight, solo. And solo was always good too, because mama needs to create. Okay, here, let's go, guys. All right, so we're gonna mix this up good. Gonna just saute them very simply in.
You have an audience here, Chef Jane.
I have an audience. Yeah, my 2 family dogs. Yeah, they're waiting for food. They're waiting for food, so that's cool. All right, so we're introducing the first appetizer, which is going to be a smash hit. They are fresh ground sirloin with ground chuck. The chuck makes a great meatball because some of the fat fries off, sautés off, but it gives it great flavor. And I incorporated this time with Asian, made it Asian background, which is little chopped up green scallions, green onions with water chestnuts, a little teriyaki sauce. Going to garnish it with sesame seeds on the outside, and then have a wonderful dipping sauce of teriyaki sauce. So very simple, fresh, clean, healthy appetizers for you just to dunk a toothpick in, dunk in the dipping sauce, and go away at it when you're watching a fantastic game. So these are all sauteing, very simple pan, a little greasing of just your unsalted butter with a little mixture of olive oil to keep down the burning process, because they both blend in beautifully together. And we're going to make these brown, turn them over, cook them. And I want to show you the size of how to roll the meatballs.
Chef Jane, do you keep a fire extinguisher in your kitchen?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. In
May,
fact,
may I please see this fire extinguisher?
sure. And I also have a stove fan. So we turn on the fan medium. I just didn't want to make too much noise because when the steam comes up, you want to be able to distribute the exhaust. But yes, oh my golly, every kitchen is in total need.
Chef Jane, are you a hoarder?
Sometimes of a fire extinguisher. And if I set it off right now, it'll go beep, beep. But it's all coated and all ready just in case, guys. You need to have safety.
Leave it right there.
You need to have safety measures for all the culinary procedures. Anyway, moving along with making the rest of these wonderful meatballs, which I'm sure you're going to thoroughly enjoy. Very simple dish. Turning them over. Don't turn them over too many times because it makes them, tough. Just, cook them on each side. Even distributed. So the last of them, all you're going to do is take a little lump, finger-wise, and knead them into a little ball and plop them in.
So Chef Jane, usually when people go to a football game and tailgate beforehand in the parking lot, it's usually a lot of people, sometimes 10 to 20 people. What you're preparing here tonight is going to be for how many?
Well, I'm just preparing a basic supplement. Your basic, usual little party at home-wise, or an outdoor barbecue. You're having a lot of more accompaniments with it. Chicken and ribs. But these are just appetizers. And tonight, what I am preparing is basically for like 4 people. Because there's going to be 3 different appetizers. And everybody sort of like pokes and picks at this one or that one. And they also have a favorite. But keep in mind, it's always like 2 to 3 meatballs. What we're doing the first one per person. And if they want more and there's more of a volume, you have to take that into consideration. So if you're making 12 meatballs, that's for 4 people.
Or Chef Jason.
Or Chef Jason?
Yeah.
Then you make 10 meatballs for Chef Jason.
15 to 20.
Now the meatballs are ready, and what we're going to do is drain them. We're going to drain them because we don't want them greasy, We're going to lift them out. Drain them and pat them dry because remember we sauteed them in olive oil and butter. And we want to make a nice presentation too. We want to serve them looking very nice too, which I will show you end result of how the platter is going to look. But believe me, they're very, very tasty with all these wonderful natural ingredients.
All right, while your meatballs are drying off, what am I looking at here?
Meatballs are first, guys, out of 1 of 3. The second one is little bite-sized finger food pieces of chicken parmesan, which is an excellent accompaniment on your appetizer platter because it's it's quick, it's easy, and it's not sloppy. It doesn't take a lot of work, but people always love a little bit of protein, a little bit of difference of authenticity. This is Asian, the meatballs, and then the chicken parmesan, little bite-sized pieces of Italian. And then my third appetizer are going to be the good old American classic piggies in the blanket, which are hot dogs. Everyone loves that. Everyone, whether you're having a barbecue or just a little pick-me meal, appetizer, pick. But I'm going to display all 3 on the platter this evening. And the next step I'm going to show you is the peakies on the blanket. All right, folks. This is our second appetizer that we're going to move right smoothly into the next process. And I have laid out very, very simple store-bought crescent rolls, which are a great way of making piggies in the blanket. Now, everyone associates piggies in the blanket with IHOP piggies in the blanket, sausage in a pancake. But as an appetizer, these are hot dogs in a crescent roll, the crescent roll dough. And they happen to come out really nice and scrumptious. So, what I'm presenting is my special honey Dijon mustard sauce that I made mixed with honey. So I'm going to throw that on each crescent pastry. Just evenly distribute it to give it the nice flavor and keep the meat that you're going to roll up inside nice and moist while it's baking and cooking. And of course, before you quickly cook this dough, you are going to pre-cook the little franks. I happen to be using organic, grass-fed franks that are from Trader Joe's. So they're not super expensive. They come in a package of 6. They're organic, and they're very, very moderately, competitively priced. So you're going to take these little doggy, cut your hot dog in half, and you're going to wrap these and roll it like so. Like a wedge around covering the meat, and put it face down from the closing of the dough. Pinch it, slightly pinch it to make sure it stays nice and secure. Roll this like a roll and pinch it at the bottom so it stays nice while it bakes. And then your 2 others. Again, involving these appetizers, you allow, because these are halved as a whole hot dog, you can have 1 solid length of a dog cut into quarters. I only cut them in halves this time because of the fact that we're finger fooding it, and everyone wants to pick a nice, good piece. So in this style, yes, you can quarter it, but in this style, for the manly bunch in the crowd, they want like grandioso. They want like a big bite. So for 10 guys, you're going to make 2 each. But I'm only making a little small quantity to show you for our little small appetizer party for now, just to show you basic prep and what's happening with ideas of tailgate, ideas of appetizers.